0, 1. Let's get started.
All right, hello everybody. This is Derek Harris with the Prophets to the People podcast, and I have my special guest with me today, Mr. Charlie Brown. How you doing today, man?
I'm good, man. I'm good. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. Thanks for sitting down with me and just talking about some different business avenues that you're a part of right now. And then I hope you had a happy Thanksgiving, man.
I did, man. Family
Yeah.
and food, baby.
Yeah. So y'all still eating on the leftovers, or
We just
all right, they all
finished.
gone?
We literally just finished last night.
Yeah, I think today is my last day on mine.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's good. I had a happy Thanksgiving. Hope everybody else had a happy Thanksgiving also. But today, we just want to sit down and talk with Charlie about his different business ventures that he's been a part of. I met him. We went to school back in the day for a little bit, Hickman Mills, and then also my nephew. He's a barber now, and he works in the shop. And so I was like, he'll be a good person to sit down with and talk to about, the barbering business.
Yes.
Because I know a lot of times people think about employment or jobs, stuff like that, but business is always a good aspect, and so that's why I want to talk to you about that. What got you into being a barber?
So I mean, I guess we can start from the beginning. I hated getting my hair cut because they was always either messing up my fade or they was messing up my line.
Yeah.
So at the age of 13, I begged my mom to buy me some clippers, and my birthday just happened to be on Christmas, so she bought me my first pair of clippers when I was 13. So started cutting my own hair, messing around with my own head. Not to say I didn't go back to the barbershop because I was young and messing myself up.
Yeah.
But eventually started getting good at it. Started cutting my little brother's heads, started cutting my cousin's heads. Next thing you know, I'm cutting the whole neighborhood.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, because I know I've cut my own stuff now, but it ain't that good. But I still try to do my own stuff because I got three boys, so it's like I had to start learning how to do it myself.
Right.
And then growing up, I messed up myself a couple times too.
Right.
But I never thought to continue further in it, as far as cutting and things like that. But yeah, so that's probably like how a lot of people have gotten into barbering, probably cutting their own hair.
Right.
Just trying to make themselves look better.
Right.
Because maybe sometime, like that's another question as far as like, nowadays people complain about barber prices and stuff like that. So how much do y'all charge? How much you charge?
A basic haircut with me starts at $30.
Yeah.
But that's just a basic haircut. I mean, man, they can go up. It just depends on what you asking for. So
yeah.
So let's say the basic person come in and get a haircut for $30. Then if you say you want your face done, that's $35. You say you want the razor, the hot towel shave, where you lay back with the hot towel in your face, steaming, and with the straight razor, that'd be at $40. But there's then all these add-ons like the enhancements and the shampoos and the steamers and the massagers and stuff like that. So that's what, for me, that's what shoots the haircut up.
Yeah.
But if you're just coming in and getting the basic haircut, coming in and getting the fade or taper or low even or something like that, it hits you at $30.
Yeah, $30. Yeah, because that's not too bad. Because I know a lot of people try to equate it to how it was back when they was younger, but it's like times have changed and prices change. Yeah. And then and that's not bad to me. $30, because you think about it, usually take about an hour. For a cut, 30.
Right. Well, it takes me about 20 minutes for a cut.
See, that's even better,
Yeah, it takes me 20 minutes for a cut, and I only do appointments. So my clients know they got a 2:00 appointment. They know at 1:55 I'm gonna be sitting there waiting on them.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean. So my clients know that if I'm not sitting there waiting on them, something's wrong. Like
yeah. So I know that's a lot of guys, thing too. Like when they come to the barbershop, they don't want to be sitting there waiting.
Right. Yeah. The days of sitting in the barbershop waiting for a haircut is over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially like, or if you're sitting there waiting, or then when you get in the chair, like you're saying, you taking another whole hour, to get the cut, maybe because the barber may be distracted or something. What I don't know, but
if it takes me an hour to cut your hair, it's because you got all the enhancements. You got that $60 to $100 service.
Yep.
And that's, like I said, that's like with the shampooing and the massager and the hot steam and all that other stuff. Yeah.
So as far as like when you became a barber, did you start out with your own shop, or did you work at another one? Or
No. So, like I said, I got my first pair of clippers at 13. I waited. I was cutting hair. I went to college and ran track in college at KCK for 2 years, and then worked a job for about a year or two. And then I think about the age of 22, around it, if I'm doing the numbers right, it's about 22. Uh, Mind you, I was cutting hair and working jobs anyway. I
mm,
decided that working a job wasn't for me, especially when they can tell you when you can come and go, you're missing holidays with your family, you know, they gonna switch shift and do all this other stuff. So decided to go to barber school, and I didn't actually go to barber school. I actually went to hair school
mm,
because I've been cutting hair for all these years already. So there was really nothing the barber school could have taught me outside of, and I knew I was going to eventually own the shop. So I went to House of Heavenly, uh, got a hair license, went to a barbershop in Grandview, Touch of Style. Charlotte, thank you. Shout out to Charlotte.
mm,
But she taught me a lot about business. And then while I was doing that, my uncle Mark is like my father figure. He actually told me, "Hey, you go to barber school, you go work in the shop for some years," and he really said 2 or 3 years. Uh, I help you get a shop,
yeah,
and that's what he did. So he kept his word, man. He and I actually worked with Charlotte for like 7 years. Five, I think it was 7 years. I'm gonna say five, but I think it was 7 years. I worked with her, man. Soaked up everything, and here we are.
yeah. So your uncle, was he a barber too,
No,
or he
not a
just
barber.
invested in you or
He
something?
just invested in me.
Yeah.
It's just he's an entrepreneur, has that
Mm-hmm.
entrepreneur spirit, but he's seen the light, he's seen the shine in me. He's seen what what it took,
Yeah.
and he knew I had it. So he was like, "Now I'm gonna invest in you and let you go at it." So
So with the barbering, like, would you recommend, I guess, a barber to learn the you said, I know you said you learn hair, so is that more like the cosmetology style stuff,
the
or?
so since I knew I was gonna own a shop, I wanted to
Mm-hmm.
be able to put my hands on everything. So
Yeah.
with me going to cosmetology school, it actually taught me how to cut straight hair. It taught me how to cut white people and Mexican people hair. So if anybody can literally sit in my chair and get their hair cut, because barber school, if you go to the barber school in the hood, you're
Mm-hmm.
not getting a lot of white clients. You're getting a lot of black little kids and stuff like that. So me going to hair school, it taught me how to cut women hair. It taught me how to cut white people hair. It taught me how to cut, like I said, Mexican hair, just straight hair in general.
Yeah.
So, but if it, if I could recommend someone that's never touched a pair of clippers, what they should do, I think they should go to barber school. But since
Mm-hmm.
I've been self-taught and I've been doing it for years, I was 10 years in before I even thought about going to barber school. So, yeah.
So I know you said you would do your brothers and other people's haircuts and stuff like that. So that's how you got a lot of your experience, and then you went to school just to kind of get the
Get the
licenses and things like that.
license, the sanitation,
Yeah,
the chemicals and all. Yeah.
because you can't own a shop without having a license, or can you?
Well, you can own the shop, but I don't know how beneficial it would be to own a shop without cutting or doing hair.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, there's it's a lot of money in the hair business. So I'm guessing if you want to, if someone wanted just to own a barbershop, they would have to be running a lot of business through the barbershop, like selling supplies and all, all the other kind of stuff.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So, yeah, another thing that I admired about you, like you've been doing it for so long, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, how long have you had your shop?
15 years.
15 years.
15 years. I'm going on 16 years in May. It'll be
Yeah,
16 years in May.
yeah. So that's a long time, because they say a lot of times, like, businesses, if they don't
But
make it past five,
yeah, I think it's three to you don't see a profit until maybe 3 to 5 years. And if you don't make it past 5 to 6 years, you're just not gonna make it. But them first years, it's hard now. But them first years is hard.
yeah.
Yeah.
So what kind of helped you to navigate, this long, to keep you on your own, to where you're not
Grinding.
somewhere else, or
I don't. I'm not a quitter.
yeah,
I'm not a quitter. Grind it out, and it's mine. So with it being mine, I just knew that I couldn't give up on it, and I could have gave up on it a few times.
yeah.
Yeah.
So as far as like giving up, like, was you thinking about going to do something, like go and get a job or something, or just try a different type of business or something like that?
No, I don't think I would have ever gave up on cutting hair. It would have just been giving up on the actual shop
Yeah.
because my passion is cutting hair. My passion, my I say it all the time. Of course, because I'm a Christian. So I say it all the time that my ministry is standing behind my barber chair, speaking to young men
Yeah.
and teaching young men how to be men, real men. So,
Yeah, and that's another thing too. Like, so I think when my nephew he had graduated barber school, I kind of seen you in there, like
mm,
at the school. So like, do you do mentoring at the barber schools or like any kind of teaching? And yeah,
sometimes I do, or sometimes like Rondell. He's been coming here since he was a little kid. Your nephew,
yeah,
he's been coming here since he was a little kid. So even though I'm not going to say, well, I mentored him, and we actually literally just talked about it the other day how he would come in as a kid because I wasn't cutting his hair. One of my cousin, which was one of my co-barbers, was cutting his hair. But when you come in here, man, when you come in to clean, it's just a family.
yeah,
So even when your boys come in here, your dad, your great dad, but guess what? It's a family. So if we see your boys out doing something, if they ain't here doing something, we all gonna say something to them
yeah,
because it's a family. So yeah, I still mentor. I mentor a lot of my clients. I got a few clients that came through my chair that's barbers now that's
hmm
out owning their own shops, uh, and I'm actually proud of that. I think it's pretty dope.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because like as far as like a young barber, like you said, I think you said your uncle said probably work at a shop first, and then
Mm,
kind of get some of the experience working in
yeah.
a shop, and then eventually go on your own.
Right.
Um, so like I know you said there's the things that comes along with it. So like what do you enjoy as far as owning your own business?
As far as owning my own business is, I'm the boss. I set the
Yeah,
rules. But we can come and we go as we please. We set the tone. Uh, those are the pros. And I mean, if you didn't ask what the cons are, but the cons is everything is on me. If
yeah,
if the shop energy is off, it's on me to set it right. If the bills are not paid, power get cut off, gas get cut off, water ain't running, anything happen, I walk in here and I can't cut these lights on. It's on me to figure it out.
yeah,
But it's the pros though is knowing that I did this for 15 years, knowing that I met a lot of great people, uh, and I set the tone in here. So
yeah. So I was gonna ask because I know a lot of the barbers that you have here, they've been here for a couple years. Like from what I've seen, they've been here a couple
mm,
years, and like you said so like the ones that are here now, like my nephew, and then the other guys that's here, and I think it's another lady
email.
here.
Mm.
Yeah. So like how did you how did you all connect? Like, did you know them like from barber school, or did they just come in and or to where y'all stayed together so long? Many years. Like,
So when I first opened up, the shop, it was more. All actually everybody that worked here, the core was actually family. Uh, so the guy that you're talking about that's been here the longest is Adam, great barber. Adam's a great barber. Adam Fields, everybody. He's a great barber. He's been with me for the longest. But when I first opened, my cousin BJ, that went off to get his own shop,
mm,
and then my sister Crystal that passed last year. Uh, they were here. BJ and Adam went to barber school together, so that's how he met Adam. And I was talking to Adam as Adam would come in and hang out with BJ on their lunch breaks and stuff like that. So uh, when Adam asked to come in and work, it just we just hit it off. We just hit it off. So I think Adam's been here over 10 years, and
yeah,
then the young lady Erica, I went to hair school with her, so I've been knowing her over almost 25 years now. So and then Marquise knew somebody else that was working here, and that's how he got brought into the family. And of course, Rondell grew up here in the barbershop, so that's how he came over into the family.
yeah. Because I know he referred me here when I started getting my son's haircuts and
Uh
stuff like
huh.
that. My sister, him, they referred me here, so that's why I started coming here. But so like, how do y'all get your traffic? For your business. Is it just more so word of mouth, or is it the sign on the building, or
So it's different. It's so different now from when I started. So when I started, it was foot traffic. When I first started cutting hair, I had to go out and pass out flyers at Price Chopper and stuff like that. When I see people at the mall, if I'm out shopping, I had to make sure I kept flyers in my pocket or cards in my pocket, and just go up to people and tell them they had nice haircuts.
yeah,
Or hey, do you need a haircut? And pass out flyers. So and then it turned into word of mouth. Now we got social media, man, and social media changed the game. It's really so for a young barber. I would still go out and do it. I would
Mm.
still go out and talk to people. But for a young barber, it's the most you post, advertise your business, and then hopefully your family and friends share it. If you get your family and friends to share it, if you get your the clients, if you just got a few clients when you start off, if you get them to share it,
Yeah.
that's that word of mouth. But social media does a lot right now with the because I've seen a lot of young barbers come out and just take off.
Blow up. Yeah.
Yeah, just blow up. But it's social media. Yeah.
Yeah, because I remember, like you said, back in the day, people used to come up to you like, "Hey, you look like you need a fade.
You need a fade, man. Who
Give
cut
you
your
a
hair,
card."
bro? Yeah.
And then, like you said, are the foot traffic, like if you're in a good
Right.
location, where people can just come in, and then
And the foot traffic here too, because we're downtown Raytown, so
mm-hmm.
we're in the middle of Raytown, so people drive past the barbershop. So they're passing by the barbershop. So yes, the sign, us standing outside talking, people looking over saying, "Oh, that's a barbershop." So yeah, so
Yeah,
that's free advertisement.
yeah, because I know you said like the word of mouth too. Like if you have people that come and they like, he gets you in right on time. He don't take a long time.
Right.
It's a family oriented kind of place.
Yep.
Like a lot of people like that. Like
Yeah.
that's what I like about when I go to
Yeah.
the barbershop. I don't want to be sitting there for hours. Like
And then
sitting in there, and
you
then
don't want
you in the
big
chair for a long time too.
yeah, and then you don't want big booty girls coming in, and then the guys cussing and smoking weed, and
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
So yeah, so I know a lot of those things, help out, and then like you said, the social media, like a lot of people are blowing up for that.
Right.
Because like just any business, that's the biggest thing is just getting the
Right.
leads, the people to come in the business,
Right. Right.
and so like once you get the business, then you gotta
Mm-hmm.
learn how to keep it. So I know like even in that aspect, I know we kind of touched on it a little bit, but like how you try to be on time with your appointments,
Right.
and then not trying to keep the clients in the chairs forever,
Forever, and not overcharge them. I don't want to
Yeah.
overcharge them. Yeah, I try not to. I try to be fair.
Yeah.
I try to be fair, but I got to make a living too.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. $30, and that ain't bad. And
It's not
then
bad.
you don't want your barber struggling.
Right.
Like he's gonna be out here, and then he gonna have you looking rough.
Right. Yeah. Right.
So you don't want your barber to struggle.
Right.
But I mean, that's when you think about it, like, and then like as an entrepreneur, like as a business owner, you are able to set your prices.
Yes.
And so like sometimes people can be upset about certain things, but it's just like if you see the value in what the business is giving, then you'll be willing to pay.
And I tell people this all the time. I got clients. I literally have clients. I'm gonna say 90% of my clients been coming to me for over 10 years. I don't have too many clients that's been coming to me just in this year. Maybe a good 3 to 5%. So most of my clients been coming to me for a long time. So what I try to tell people, and not only that, cost of living went up. So all my supplies in my station didn't triple since COVID, and that's 4 years ago. They didn't triple since COVID. I used to buy a bottle of hairspray, a can of hairspray for $3. It's $10 now.
Oh yeah.
So that's that alone. You know what I'm saying? Me to even clean my clippers costs a lot of money. Of course, we know electricity didn't went up. We know taxes didn't went up. We know, so and just like you, where you work at?
I work for Integrity selling Medicare insurance.
Are you going to? Would you be there for 15 years and never get a raise?
No.
That's what I
Exactly.
tell people. That's what I tell people all the time. When I do go up on my prices, and I don't go up a lot, but when I do go up on my prices, I tell people, I say, hey, I've been doing this for a long time. I think I deserve to get to have a raise.
Yep.
Yeah. So
yeah, and then it's a skill in the art. You know what I mean?
yeah.
So and then like you said, it's value in your time,
Mm-hmm.
and then if you're a barber that values the customer's time,
Right.
It's like you should understand where it comes in, and then like you said, the prices of things is going up, and so and that's the thing, as far as like the customer service
Right.
aspect of the business, like
Yep.
knowing how to take care of your customers.
Customer service is customer service is probably more important than a good haircut.
Yeah.
How you treat people is probably more important. I ain't gonna say more important. It's probably neck and neck.
Right up there.
Because the customer service and a good haircut goes neck and neck. Like they go like my clients love me. They love me, and you've been in here. I joke, I play. I play with everybody. I joke and play with everybody. I treat everybody nice. I treat everybody the same. When you walk through this door, everybody's a star. Everybody's a superstar. Even if you paying the kids coming in paying $25 a haircut to the person that owns $1 million business that wants to work is paying $100 for a haircut. We're all going to get treated the same. I'm going to talk to him the same, just like I'm going to talk to your kid the same. It's the same. Everybody's the same when you walk through these doors. No matter if your time is this time, this is your time, and this is your time to shine.
Yeah.
If he's paying for an hour haircut, this is time to shine for an hour. So yeah.
Yeah, and that's why I want to sit down with you and talk about that, man. And then as far as like as you get the business and you want to keep the business like you said for years, having the same clients, and then
Right.
if they have kids,
Yep.
family,
It's a cycle.
the cycle. And
Cycle of life.
so like what's the key to the longevity in the barbering business? So like different things come out like the enhancements, all the stuff you're talking about, massages, and so you don't want to stay stuck at one spot, like I just cut hair,
Yeah.
and that's it, but like learning, how do you kind of continue to learn, in the business itself?
Going to classes, YouTube videos, checking out getting the new enhancement stuff and making sure. I'm not gonna lie, I hated the enhancements when they first came out. Like 5 years ago when people started getting the sprays and stuff, I hated
Me
it.
too.
I hated it with a passion. But a lot of my teenage clients, they liked it because it was a fad. This is a fad that's lasted a long time because it's been 5 or 6 years now and it ain't going nowhere. So it's one of them things where to keep up, I had to learn how to do it. I had to learn how to do these certain phases. I had to learn how to keep the teenagers. So like your boys are young, but once they turn into teenagers, they're gonna say, "Hey, I want Rondell to do this to my head. I want and Rondell's gonna have to be able to adjust and figure out the new fad in the next 10 years. What's gonna be going on to figure out how to stay relevant." Yeah.
Yeah, because like in school, do they teach y'all like different styles or
They
like
teach you
just
basic haircuts in
fading? I guess.
They teach you basic haircuts in school. Man, you learn all the different styles you learn with just doing it, repetition. You learn with doing it. So I'm one of them guys that I can watch a video. You can show me a picture of a haircut, and I can figure the haircut out by just looking at the picture because I'm one of them hands-on people. Or I can watch a video of somebody doing it, or I can go over and I learn from my young barbers like Rondell and Marquise. They're the young barbers in here. So when they're doing stuff, I will go over and ask, and I ask them a question like, "Hey, so why did you do that, and what made you do it?" And then they might think that I'm bashing. I'm like, "No, no, 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 no. I'm learning. I want to know how you did it, so I can add it to my repertoire." Because what might happen is I might have a kid to walk past his haircut and be like, "Hey, I want that haircut too, Mr. Charles."
Mm-hmm.
I got to be able to know how to do it. So
yeah, because I know they used to have the pictures on the wall, with the haircuts. You be like, I want that one right there.
Yeah.
And then, like you're saying, if you got to have the skill set to be able to do it.
To change it up.
Yeah, and that's another thing too. I realize about business, like there's a certain aspects that probably do stay the same,
Yeah.
But then there's other things that like you come along,
Mhm.
and then you have to update it.
Yep.
So like I don't know if y'all be doing those man units and nothing like that.
No, not. So I'm gonna tell you something funny about that, man. I really want to learn how to do a man unit.
Yeah.
But I got to go out of town because nobody in Kansas City will teach me how to do it, and I think they're intimidated by me, and I don't know why.
So are they gatekeeping?
They gatekeeping it. They won't teach me. Like I know 4 or 5 barbers, and I don't care. They gonna see this. I know 4 or 5 barbers that I've inboxed, I've texted. They talk to me all day on social media, all day. But as soon as I say, "Hey man, I'm gonna come by your shop, man. I'll pay you $1,000 to teach me how to do a man unit," they won't answer the text, and I'm offering to pay them.
Yeah, so I guess they know it's a it's a rare thing here
because that's an $800. That's an $800 haircut.
Mm-hmm.
That's an $800 haircut plus another $40 where they come get a haircut every week. So if you got it, you got a head full of hair. But if you needed a man unit, the man unit you wanted, if you wanted your hair to look like mine tomorrow, put that man unit on there. That's $800 that you would pay me right off bat. Then you still got to come in next week, pay $40. Next week, pay $40. And the man unit lasts, I think, 4 to 6 weeks. So that's another 6 weeks of you getting your haircut and touched up for $40 for this man unit to have a weave in your head. I'm not totally against it. Me personally, if something happened, Me personally, if I was going bald, my hairline receding, getting bald spots, I would just cut it off
Yeah,
and
yeah.
go bald. But I mean, it's not that deep for me. But
So I think like the women may have been doing it a while, like
yeah,
knowing how to
right.
probably lay the
But I think, but it goes in with a haircut though. So
okay, the fading part.
when women are putting them quick weaves in and stuff, they're putting a whole quick weave over her head and they're doing it. A man getting a quick weave, basically that's really what it is they shaving that centerpiece out because most men, you're not going bald on the sides, you're only going bald up here.
Yeah,
So they're shaving it off and gluing that hair down, but then they got to blend it. They got to blend it all right, and then they got to glue the hairline on right too, so the hairline to be straight. So
yeah. So if y'all somebody out there that know how to do the man units,
hey man, hit me up.
holla at Charlie.
I got $1,000 for you, man. I got $1,000 right
Yeah, the
now to come.
gatekeeping the
Yeah,
man units.
yeah.
So
Let me get in on that too. Yeah.
yeah, because I don't know. I mean, there might be a lot of people that yeah, there is a market for it.
Yeah.
And so that's another thing that's been popular lately. You've
Right.
seen them online and stuff like that. Guys getting the dreads
Mm-hmm.
and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, and like you said, that's a lot of money you could be
Right.
making just from doing those.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's pretty deep right there. But I was gonna also say like, what would you say like as far as a young barber coming up or an entrepreneur, like what advice would you give to them to
The best
get
advice.
started?
The best advice I can give you is I'm gonna just say entrepreneur. Period. Whatever you put your time in is gonna succeed. So whatever you put your energy in, that's what's gonna blow up. So if you're an entrepreneur and you have a job and you're putting more, and when I say a job, I'm talking about like a 9 to 5 job. If you're cutting hair and you have a 9 to 5 job,
Yeah,
that 9 to 5 job is gonna make more money than your barbering because you're putting more time into it. If you're putting more time into the barbering, just like we ain't talked about it yet, but my gym across the street, just like Slim Charlie's Fitness. If I decided that I wanted Slim Charlie's Fitness or my personal training to be more bigger than my barbering, I can make it bigger than my barbering by just putting more time into it. But the barbering's been making me this much money. I just love working out and I love helping people. So that's another thing that I have under my belt.
yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's what was gonna segue into that. So yeah, so you have another business, like I said, Slim Charlie's Fitness.
Mm-hmm.
So how long has that been open?
4 years. Was it 4 years now? Since COVID. So at the end of COVID was 4 years ago, right? Almost
Yeah.
5 years. So right at the end of COVID. So I'm gonna say 4 years, 4.5 years, going on 5. Matter of fact, it'll be 5 in May.
Congratulations on
Thank
that.
you, thank you.
So what got you into that then?
So
Like to have a business for it, like
a
maybe.
business for it, yeah. So the business for it was COVID. Uh, I've always worked out, but when COVID hit, all the gyms, and I'm not one of them people that can work out at home. When I work out, I gotta leave the house. It's way too many distractions at home for me to work at home. So at COVID, during them 2 or 3 years, all the gyms were shutting down. They had all the restrictions. It just was too hard to go to a gym to work out. So towards the end of it, I hit up a few friends, asked them what did they think about it, and really my uncle Mark.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy story about that. My uncle Mark was in here getting his haircut, and I told him, I said, Uncle, I think I want to open up a gym. He said, well, where at? I said, I have no idea. I'm looking for a spot now. So he left, texted me and said, nephew, your gym was right here. God just told me your gym was right here. So I was like, what you talking about? And he was parked across the street in front of where the gym is. So he's like, come look out the window. He was standing out. He pointed at the, because it was a upholstery shop in there.
It was a poultry shop?
Yeah, and it just closed. He pointed in and he said, this is your gym right here. I prayed about it. God said, yeah. I texted a few of my friends. They wasn't talking like I was talking. And I text my partner that I have now, which is Sage. Learned it, and Sage is a good friend, but Sage is my brother now. Sage, I text him. He felt right. I'm talking about his. It was like it was meant. Like he was thinking the same thing I was thinking. So we're just texting. I said, man, call me. We talked. We talked for about a good hour, and I said, well, how much money can you put together? I don't want to tell you the numbers. We matched our money, man, and went with the business. It's been rolling ever since.
So do you have I know you say you worked out, but like experience as far as like personal training or any of that kind
So
of stuff?
right into that, the personal training started. So I was actually going through a divorce and had a lot of time on my hands. So I've coached little league football. So I was a speed and agility coach, the strength coach for them. So I did have a workout license for them, a training license for them. And then once I went through the bad divorce that I went through, I just started training people for free. And then I said, you know what? I can do an online course and get this license. Got my online license. Got my license, and I got the license literally right before the gym opened.
So do you have to have a license in order to open the gym, or
You just a business license, but if you're going to train people, you need a personal
fitness
training
license?
license.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yep.
Yeah. So I know you said you've been working out. So like, do y'all have personal trainers there?
Yes, we do. So we have Sage, which is my partner, and then we have Mick Henry, which is say he was actually Sage's friend. And then we've had then we got Zuma too.
Mhm.
So we have so for personal trainers it's me, Sage, and then Mick. So
Yeah. So this is a good time right now to get that gym membership. So do you
yeah,
have gym memberships, or is it
yes.
like you pay as you come, or
So we have a membership. So the membership is only $30. For a family, it's $50. No matter how big your family is, as long as they live in your household.
yeah.
Uh, we do kind of teeter totter with the senior citizens and high school kids for about $20. But yeah, it's $30 or $50. Come on in. Gym is open from Monday through Friday, 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. and then Saturdays and Sundays from 7 to 3.
Yeah, because right after Thanksgiving,
Yeah,
you need to
get that
go in
fat
there and
off
work
of you.
out. Don't wait until the beginning of the year.
Yeah, hit us up now. Yeah,
Yeah,
hit
right
us up
now.
now, man. Don't wait till everybody try to fill the gym up on the 1st of
New Year's,
January,
yeah.
man.
Because I've been because like I haven't been working out a lot lately myself, but what got me into working out is because I do work on the phone and stuff like that. So I was working at the call center, and I'll be sitting there, just sitting there, and I'm skinny, so it ain't like I'm like a real big dude or nothing, but
Right.
I start seeing my stomach getting bigger,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm
Because you're
like,
just
and
sitting
they
there.
had a little gym, yeah, they had a little gym in the like up, in the other area of the building. So I said, let me start going up here, start bulking up a little bit,
Right.
and then so it's even good, like you said, like if you're a person that work at home, like because I work at home, so like if you're a person that work at home, going to the gym, working out, like you said, getting out your house, because that's what a lot of the mental health kind of
Yeah.
aspect of it, like you sitting in the house all day,
So
and
so the
then
gym is everything.
yeah,
Like just I mean, and beating off what you're saying with the mental health and working out frustration, and the gym can do a lot for you. And not only that, it works off the mental health, and it helps you fix your mental health, and then
yeah,
it helps you work off that frustration. You having a bad day, you can go in there and pump out some weights and wear yourself out. You having a bad day at work, having a bad day with your kids, your wife, your husband, whoever it is. You're having a bad day with somebody walking down the street might piss you off. Take your frustration out on in the gym, and guess what? Not only is you're not gonna be frustrated anymore, you're gonna be sexy. You're
yeah,
gonna look good. So
yeah. That was one of the things I started realizing, like as a married man, I was like, yeah, that it keeps you appealing to your
right
spouse, you know
to
what I
your
mean?
spouse, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. I mean, we ain't out here doing it for everybody, but yeah, you want to walk in the room and you want your spouse to look at you like, okay, babe,
yeah,
yeah,
still where they still attracted to you and stuff like
right,
that, because that's another thing. It is a lot of young guys, that are into personal training and things like that. So like I know you said, you know, un described amount of money, I guess. However, but does it take a lot to get it going?
for
To
personal training. So
for like a gym and stuff like that.
um, yes, because gym equipment is high.
Yeah,
It probably took more money to get the gym going than it did to get my barbershop going. Yes, and we didn't take out any loans. We did it all on our own. It was because I didn't want to owe anybody anything. So and I think me doing it like that helped me fight too. Because guess what? I don't have this big bank that I got to pay back all this money. I took my money and put it into it. It's my investment, so it's my baby.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
So like as far because it sounds like your uncle Mark,
Mm-hmm.
he's like a mentor. So like, and he's in the entrepreneurship himself.
Mm-hmm.
So like, but do you have any other, like your parents or somebody like down the line that was
Yep. So
business owners and stuff?
my stepdad owned a janitorial service. So I grew up working through his janitorial service. Even though I've had jobs through the years, but I had to grow up. We had to go work
Yeah.
for a janitorial service. My auntie Tanya owns a daycare, make lots of money. Like I said, so I mean, and that's just a few. So outside of that, yes, I mean, we had a few entrepreneurs, and everybody in my a lot of my cousins are entrepreneurs now that are knit around my age, knit around my age. So it's in my blood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So as far as like the longevity of a business,
Mm-hmm.
like what are some key aspects, you would say would help you to continue, for the long haul. So like how you're able to have a barber and then now you're able to, start another business.
Mm-hmm.
And then I know you got something else going on too. We're about to get in that too, but
Right.
yeah,
I say treating people good, treating people right.
yeah,
And my businesses feed each other. So my barber businesses feed the other businesses, if that makes sense. So even with me treating people nice, like you're not my client. You're my barber's client
yeah,
slash uncle. So when you come in, I speak to you and I'm cool with you. And there might be something. And if I wasn't cool with you, if I wasn't nice to you, guess what? We wouldn't be doing this podcast right now, right?
yeah,
Because there wouldn't be no relationship there between me and you, even though I don't make any money off of you. So treat everybody that walks through that door, even so my barbershop. Everybody that walks through the door, I treat them nice. I speak to every last one of them, even the kids. Mess with the kids, and a lot of a lot of kids will look at me like, "Who are you talking to? Are he
mm,
playing or whatever?" Whatever. Until they get to know me, then they're like, "I'm looking forward to Mr. Charles talking to me and messing with me and grabbing on me and pushing on me or something like that, telling you my haircut look nice, and then they can just grow up with me." So it's one of them things of just treating people nice. It's treating people well,
yeah.
treating people like they matter, and that's the biggest part.
So it's like as far as the financial aspect, I guess, like how money handling and uh, not. I guess I wouldn't. I was splurge. You know what I mean?
Can't
Like you as you
splurge.
making the money,
Yeah,
you
you can't
spending
just go
it.
spend it. Yeah, you got to be a great saver. To be a business owner, man, you got to be a great saver.
Yeah,
You have to be as a barber. You got to be a great saver. Like I know, uh, just like Thanksgiving just passed, right? Made a lot of money for Thanksgiving. So I worked Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, 16 to 20 hours each day. A lot of money been made, right? I didn't, but then I know coming this week, I'm not going to be so busy because I cut everybody that I probably got on my list last week. So I might make even half the money that I normally make in a week this week coming up and then be back to normal. So I have to plan for those days. So I
yeah,
can't take all the money I made for Thanksgiving and say, you know what? I'm about to go Black Friday shopping and spend all this money I just made. And then I don't have the money to live for next week.
yeah. Thinking
Yeah.
like it's gonna happen
Yeah.
again
It's not
this
gonna
week.
and it's not yeah,
Yeah,
it's just not gonna happen again. You
yeah,
just so you gotta plan, put away, save. And I've been doing it for so long, I know that I made all this money last week. I'm not even gonna make close to half the money this week coming up, and then the week coming up, it might get back to normal.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Because that's
So
another
being disciplined.
aspect. Yeah, just the money, handling the money,
Yeah.
and then not just thinking about the right now,
Yeah.
but like you said, thinking about the future. Like
Yes.
next week, it might not be like this.
Right.
And then so like uh, I know you said you have another. Well, you do have another business. You do like Android,
Drones,
Droid, drones.
drones.
Yeah,
So the new business is my new baby is and it started out as a hobby, but and God spoke to me while I was sitting down in my backyard playing with my drone. He's like, you know, you can make money from this. And I really wasn't trying to make a lot of money from it, but it's booming. It started booming on its own, but it started booming from my social media feeds to the barbershop to the gym. Just and I just know a lot of people. I treat everybody well, and I'm reasonable. But my drone business is called Vivid Views, and what we do is, well, right now what I do is, and I'm about to probably hire my son and my cousin because they want to get into it because
mm,
I'm actually so busy with both businesses, the barbershop and the gym. Uh, but what we do is real estate. We can shoot real estate. We can shoot just pictures. If people So I got a contract with the city of Raytown right now where I'm shooting stuff for them. I got contracts with some real estate people where I come in, and when they're selling houses, I get the views that they can't get with their cameras, but I can get it with the drone. I'm doing promo videos for barbershops and other barbershops and other gyms and other businesses. Period, that people didn't really think that they can use, that they can post on social media.
Yeah.
Yeah. So go follow Vivid Views on Instagram.
All right.
You kind of get a niche of what I do with that.
Yeah. So yeah. So that's pretty cool. Like you said, you've been got a couple businesses going and stuff like
Mm-hmm.
that. So now is it just the time to do it, or you now like you have like other people that helps you with it? You're not just doing everything on your own. Like with the
Um,
barbershop, you got barbers here, and
so
then
yeah, of course,
at the gym.
I got the barbers here. I got the people across the street that's keeping that rolling. And right now, like I said, I got my son and my cousin that's in training with the drone part of it. And so my cousin, he has his own drone, so I just kind of like contract some of that business off to him. Of course, my son, 17, he can't afford a drone, so he'd have to use my drones. But it'll just be more or less trying to dish stuff out and help feed other people.
Yeah.
And I think God put me on this earth to help people, to make people feel good and look good. And you can see that with the haircut business and then the gym business. They all kind of colliding together, making people feel good and look good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then so as far as like do you think everybody could be a business owner, or is it
No.
some people should keep your day job and then
No. I don't think everybody has what it takes to be a business owner. Some
yeah.
people, there. I mean, there's people out here that are just workers.
Yeah.
There are some people out here that, and I'm not going to say don't try it. I never want to put anybody down and tell you not to try it, but everybody's not a business owner. No. And I think sometimes it shows when when businesses come and go, and they're just not doing it for the right reasons.
Yeah, because a
Yeah.
lot of people think like just because I don't want to work for somebody else, then
Mm-hmm.
I'm automatically supposed to have my But then what I hear and realize, like you said, most of the time if you have your own business, you got to work more.
Yeah, I work harder. I
Yeah,
work harder for my own businesses. Yeah, I mean, like you said, you heard me just say just 2 minutes ago that Thanksgiving week, I was working 16 to 20 hours each day to get all my clients in 3 days.
yeah,
Yeah, to be off for Thursday and Friday, then to come back in Saturday. But that
yeah.
it's
So those are the aspects that a lot of people don't really, real,
mm,
young, I guess, young entrepreneurs would
right,
think like that doesn't realize like what it really takes. Like
right,
it could take more from you compared to you just going to a 9 to 5.
right, exactly,
And so like if you don't want to put in more work, or if you don't really like doing what you do,
right.
because that's what it sounds like for you. Like what the things that you're doing,
I
you
love
enjoy
doing it.
doing it. Yeah,
I love doing all three of my jobs.
yeah,
So cutting hair, I love cutting hair. I love talking to different people every single day and making people look good. At the gym, I love working people out and making them cry, but it's fun. And then the drone business actually was a fun hobby that I just spent money on and didn't make a dollar off of it for a year. When God spoke to me, I was like, you know what? You're right. I'm having fun with it anyway. Why not do it? I like editing videos anyway. Why not go out and create footage and content for people and help them make money too?
yeah,
Yeah. So
yeah. Because that's what I'm realizing too. It's not always about money.
yeah,
Like it's about do you enjoy doing what you're doing, or
enjoy
are you
doing it.
willing uh, to put in the work, for
Right.
whatever it is that you're trying to achieve,
Yeah.
and then the money, will come along with it,
Right.
and then you'll have the discipline,
Mm-hmm.
of to work the long hours, like you're saying, and
Right.
not just look at the clock, like
Right.
man, it's just more of a, are you just trying to get over on people, so you can get
Right.
money, just
Right.
trying to do stuff to get money.
And it shows. I think it
Yeah,
shows. I think it shows when people doing stuff just for the money or doing stuff because they truly love doing it.
yeah,
And this, for me, is I truly love doing everything I do. The money is just a plus. The money just comes as a plus. But that's why I don't overcharge either.
Yeah.
So that's why I don't, because I could charge $40
Right.
for a basic haircut and still would be busy. But I don't do it for the extra money. And I live a pretty nice life. You know, pretty decent life. But it's not just about the money for me. It's about the relationships. It's about, and it's business, but it's about the relationships and it's about the people that I meet and the life I built. So yeah,
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's why I want to sit down with you, Charlie, man, because I seen the the passion in you, and I was
yeah,
like, it just dawned on me one day when I was sitting here, with my sons and stuff. I'm like,
uh,
you know, uh, and I've been thinking about doing a podcast for a while,
right,
and then I was like, I finally need to do it myself. But then you were one of the people I was like, I want to interview him,
yeah. And I'm with it. And I
because
appreciate you, man. I'm
yeah,
glad you had me.
yeah, because it's a lot of avenues like people don't really think about. Like sometimes you think like, oh well, in order to succeed, I got to go to like a 4 year degree and things
Yeah,
like that.
no,
And so that's why I kind of want to highlight more things like that, like trades and
yeah,
more stuff that you don't really have to be get a lot of student loans and stuff like
right,
that to get going.
right.
But
Yeah,
just
college ain't for everybody. I
yeah,
believe you need to get an education, but college ain't for everybody.
yeah. As far as like to the level where people you're getting in thousands of dollars in debt,
And
and then
that,
you're not
right,
making no money
right,
either. And then you're not really doing what you enjoy doing.
right.
So that's why I
Yeah,
just want to sit down with others who's doing what they enjoy doing
right,
and then succeeding at it too.
right, right.
And then just helping to educate the
Mm-hmm.
next generation of
Yeah,
barbers, and entrepreneurs and
yeah,
fitness trainers
yeah.
and drone
Drone pilots.
drone
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
So yeah, it's a lot of stuff out here, man, and that's what I would have wish I would have realized growing up. Just
mm-hmm.
like all the different things that you could do.
Right.
Not that you have to do everything, but there's a lot of things that you could do
There's a lot of ways
to make a living.
to be happy and make a living at
Yeah.
the same time. Yeah.
So one last thing, Charlie, what would you like to say, to the next generation of entrepreneurs? Like a nugget.
My favorite nugget, like and I said earlier, my favorite nugget is whatever you put your energy in, it's gonna succeed. So whatever you put your energy in, but love doing it. Don't just go out here and say I want the money. Whatever you put your energy in, love doing whatever it is you love to do. Like it at least, but whatever it is gonna shine. I promise. Whatever you put that energy in is gonna shine. If it's for you or if it's for another business or if it's your family, but it's gonna shine. So,
All right, we all heard it here. All right, well, we do want to thank y'all for tuning in today.